My name is Julie Brown, and we're gathering here today in protest to what's going on in Gaza. The U.S. government is spending billions of dollars in Israel and funding this massacre and this onslaught on the Palestinian people. So we're gathering today as a group called Des Moines for Palestine. I've been to Palestine before, and for the first time in my life, I open my Facebook and I see people that I know that are losing their family members and their community members. My Facebook looks like a massacre. There's dead bodies on it, and these are real people with real stories, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. I think the issue is that there's not enough people who care about the face of the people that are actually dying in Gaza today. It's just a number that's being reported on the news. After our march, we're going to stage a die-in at the federal building that's going to try to give a face to some of the names of the people that have died in Gaza in the last few weeks.
Obama, we want change in Gaza. We're all here today to support Gaza. What's happening over there is an absolute tragedy. It's a crime, genocide, ethnic cleansing of an entire people. This is not being correctly reported through mainstream media. Over 1,500 people have died in Gaza. There's no safe place. There's walls around Gaza. The media reports that these people are being notified by leaflets or a smaller bomb on the top of their house. All kinds of ways that they're being notified that they're about ready to be bombed. The problem is there's no place for these people to go. The UN shelters are being bombed, the schools are being bombed, the hospitals are being bombed, the emergency relief vehicles are being bombed, reporters, ambulances, parks. There's no safe place in Gaza. So leafleting is almost like adding to the horror because it's just letting people know that they're about to die. And the U.S. government is funding this through billions of dollars a year. Each one of us are supporting what's happening in Gaza against what I would say is our will. And so I think today we need to march through the streets of Des Moines, let people know that we're against funding what's happening in Gaza.
We are a Palestinian family. Our family lives there in the West Bank. We feel so sorry for the killing in Gaza, and what we're demanding is to stop killing there. People are dying every day. Most of them are civilians, and what we ask is to stop the occupation, stop killing people there. Most are innocent people, kids. I'm watching the news. I can't handle this anymore. I can't take it anymore. What we're asking is the American community, American people, is to gather and support our cause. It's a righteous cause, and we ask them to put their effort and ask the representatives to stop supporting Israel and just to stop the killing. And thank you.
From the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
from the river to the sea,
Palestine will be free.
from the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Brick by brick, wall by wall, Israel's apartheid has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall, Israel's apartheid has to fall. Brick by brick, wall by wall, Israel's apartheid has to fall. Brick by
What we would like to say today is to stop this illegal occupation, stop the violence, end the siege, and end U.S. aid to Israel. This must end, and we are here today to show our support. We thank each one of you for being here, and we're going to lead you in a rather somber die-in. Let me tell you what is harder than death in Gaza. It is receiving a phone call from the IDF instructing you to leave your home as it will be shelled after 10 minutes. Imagine with me how in those 10 minutes your short history will be erased from the face of the earth. Your little presents, the pictures of your brothers and sisters and their children, the martyred among them and those still alive, the things you loved, your chair, your books, the last book of poetry you read, a letter from your sister living abroad, your life memories with those you loved, the smell of your bed, the jasmine plant dangling from the western window that you touch and smell every morning, your daughter's hair comb, your prayer rug, your wife's jewelry, your life savings. Imagine how all of this flashes before your eyes in 10 minutes. And all this pain must wash over you while you are struck with astonishment. And then you take your official papers kept in those sweets tin cans and step outside to die 1,000 times.
or refuse to leave and die once.
Akbar Zaid, 7-year-old. Akbar was on his way to the doctor's appointment to have his stitches removed. Her stitches removed. She was sustained minor injuries when the IDF entered her town several days earlier. On this day, Israel border police entered the town to arrest wanted Palestinian militant. The raid was led by IDF. An undercover border police unit opened fire on the car in which she was traveling with her uncle toward the hospital. Akbar died from the receiving barrage from the bullets of the head, to the head. 23. Shaima was 8 months pregnant when an Israeli tank shell hit her home in the central Gaza town. Doctors performed an immediate operation and saved the baby, who was named after the late mother Shaima. Fanan's mother Mirfat said she had really been looking forward to being a mother. What did Shaima do to deserve to die and lie under rubble for an hour without being recovered? What did she do to Israel to make it destroy her house on the top of her without anything on anyone? Baby Shaima died on July 30th, 2014, when her incubator shut off after Israeli forces attacked power plants in the Gaza, causing the power outage. The explosion was on the top of their roof, and the little Afnan, Uday and Wasim were found dead. There were Palestinian photojournalists killed on July 30th, 2014 in an Israeli airstrike on the busy market in Shijaya. Rami was at the market to cover Palestinian citizens shopping for basic necessities during the 4-hour truce called by his grandmother. Is as follows. I live with my 4 sons and their families in the residential living area. The compound is surrounded by walls. Around 8 a.m., 3 of my grandchildren. I was in shock when I discovered that the missile had fallen right next to the wall surrounding the compound and destroyed. His family learned of his death through a video that was released. In the footage filmed by Palestinian TV crew and released by International Solidarity Movement, Salim searches through the rubble created by Israeli airstrike in hope of finding his family. And Salim is leaving behind his sister, 7-year-old sister, and his parents, children. And some wall collapsed. Everyone was hysterical. Neighbor came over and we started looking for everyone in the rubble. It was clear from the beginning that the woman's room was the most badly damaged. Shrapnel. But she was still alive. We got her out of the rubble. On the road that was support to the roof was struck in her hips. We pulled it out from her body. We carried her out on the street, to the street. Then we found my mother. She was laying in the corner of the room, covered in blood and crying.